Hello and welcome to another episode of A Build a Day. Today we have finally got round to the 100 subscriber special. I know, it took a while. We now have over 250 subscribers. So, delays, procrastination mostly, but there are a couple things going on, exams and stuff, which delayed it a little bit. But here we go. I think, honestly, this mansion is pretty good. It could be better, obviously. I mean, I'm not the greatest at building modern sort of style stuff, but I quite like it. It's got a sort of semi-medieval color palette. It took so long to get anything sort of done because I planned the build out in creative. I popped in the floor plan, as you can see in this world, and I was then sort of trying to figure out again how to do the roofs. The roofs were half the problem, the walls, they could be diagonal and you just build it straight up. The roofs, however, are a little bit more complicated because they are on a diagonal and it's effectively a wall that goes up and along, and it's got an angle, so it's just really annoying and confusing. But we got there eventually. It took a little while, but we got there. I really like the way I did the roofs on this. It's got a really, really, really large overhang. But it also has a dark oak trim to the underside of the roof, which I think looks really good. You can see me here on that end bit. There's so much went into sort of figuring out how on earth to do this bit of the roof. That took so long. If I didn't have to deal with the roof, I think this would have taken maybe 3/4 the amount of time that it actually took. So that would have been a lot nicer. But I don't have college today because everybody's on strike. So that's kind of cool, actually, because it means that I can do this. And both my teachers are on strike that I'd have today. So I have no work anyway. I'll be doing some because over the coming months, there's another strike on the 1st of March and the 15th and 16th of March, meaning I'll miss 4 lessons from one subject and 3 from the other. I'll be fine for my 3rd, but those 2 I'm going to lose so much that I'm gonna pop in some work. So but anyway, it gave me more time to do this, which is great because it means that I can get it done before the series ends and stuff. So now we are working on, I guess, what you might call the east wing of the building. So we're doing that corridor roof, and then at some point, after figuring out how it works, my word, there we go. That took so long. We're now working on a couple of the other buildings. So I knew when I was planning this build that I wanted like a central area, and then I'd have 2 wings coming off that. I didn't really know much else other than that. So it was a lot of improv for the rest of it. And a couple of the shapes. I mean, I did it in mostly creative before I recorded this. So I had a rough idea of like the shape But I changed a couple things up because this east wing, it goes in this build from 3 blocks on every section of the diagonal to 2 blocks, a 2-block diagonal. So the diagonal angle actually changes as you go round, and it slightly curves. And I didn't have that in my original plan. It was all going to be a 3-block angle, but that sort of, it looked all right, but like this jazzed it up a little bit, you know. Yeah, I have to say this section of the build over here was possibly the hardest, mostly because it's the 2-block diagonal and I needed a 3-block window, which meant that the window is off center, which is really annoying. It's really, really annoying, but hey, it's just one of the annoying quirks of Minecraft. I then also had to figure out how the corridor roof attached to this bit of the building. So that was interesting, but I got it all worked out and it looked all right, to be honest. But as you can see, the diagonal on the roof it's a bit wrong, actually. The front section and the back section, the overhang should be 1 block to the left or right of where it is, because it goes like, it's got a 4-block straight section and then 2-block straight sections between those, and it looks really weird. It's got like this S shape, so that's one of the things I'd change. Yeah, now we have popped the roof on the sort of central section. I'm doing the interior walls of the west wing because I forgot to do those. I then put in the windows and I started detailing the details above the windows, below the windows, in the windows, to give it a sort of window frame and stuff. Well, not really frame, but like the post in the middle of the window, stuff like that. Added some windows in that double diagonal, and then I added a window in the side of the east wing building because it looked a bit bland on that wall. I then started on the landscaping, which was interesting actually, because I had to add like a front garden-y bit and then also a driveway. I messed up the driveway a little bit as well. Those corners aren't in the right place. You can see I moved them into the right place and then go back on that decision because I didn't know if I was going to have the andesite border. It turns out I would, so they're in the wrong place. It's kind of annoying, but it would have been such a massive change that I couldn't be bothered changing it. It would just be really annoying. I then also decided to make these 2 front lawns look like they have manicured grass. So I used the moss block to sort of get a different green colour, and you kind of can't really see it with the shaders on, but it sort of alternates a dark and light green. And then I added a fountain in there because, you know, every mansion needs a fountain, you know. And then I did some texturing, and now the video is over. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow.